Hello and welcome to another short puppet review. Today I am talking about the new Winnie the Pooh movie, Christopher Robin. Now, I think a lot of us grew up with Winnie the Pooh when we were very young. I know a lot of small children still know Winnie the Pooh. There was a lot of small children in this theater. I bet they were expecting some happy-go-lucky Winnie the Pooh adventure, but you know, the movie wasn't trying to go with that. It was trying to do a little more realistic, adult-esque feeling to hit all the nostalgia and the feels. So I hope the small children didn't mind all the boring adult parts that they probably weren't too excited about.
I like Eeyore.
That's nice, Grady, but you didn't even go to see this movie with me today.
I know. I just like Eeyore. I wonder why.
Please.
Please what?
I'm filming.
Oh, I see. You don't want me in your video. I understand.
Oh man, now I feel bad. So basically, this story tells Christopher Robin when he's all grown up and he's consumed by adult things now, as these grown-up nostalgia stories tend to go. Oh, he's not a little kid anymore. He's not playing with Pooh Bear and friends. Nope, he's an adult. He's got to think about taxes. He's got to think about helping people keep jobs. He's got to think about business and numbers and all the adult stuff. And he's just this stuck-up suit-wearing guy, and he doesn't have time for his family anymore. No, he's just got work. If you can't tell, I'm kind of tired of that trope. And I know that they show extremes and stuff, but I don't know, especially with something like this, it was just really somewhat annoying to see Christopher Robin in such a heavy, oh, I'm an adult now, I have no fun at all. I sending my child to boarding school and we don't read fun books. I think that's what drew the line for me. When we see him reading to his daughter and she wants a bedtime story and he starts reading her a history book. Like, who does that? Even the most business-oriented person doesn't read facts to their children for bedtime. No one does that. Why? Why was that a thing? I'm so... It was... I don't know, it just felt super out of place. And it was really trying to emphasize how much Christopher Robin lost his child side. But you can lose your child side and not be a complete stick in the mud. So then, of course, it's up to Pooh and friends to get him back. First, it starts with Pooh. Pooh gets him back to the 100-acre woods, and it's all the 100-acre woods isn't the same without him. It's all dark and gloomy, and then he comes back and it's cheery. And then they gotta go and help him with his business stuff to try and remind him, oh, you need to be, you can still be an adult, but you can have childlikeness inside of you. I know childlikeness isn't a word, but that's pretty much the whole story there. And overall, the story was very simple, somewhat lackluster. I wasn't expecting anything monumental out of this. I expected, and basically what you see in the trailer, that's the story in a nutshell. That's the whole movie right there. It's pretty much the beginning of the story to the complete end, just without showing the happy ending where everything works out, which also isn't like real life. I was kind of hoping there's like this big scene at the very end and Christopher Robin figures out how to save the company and all of that. And I was kind of hoping that it didn't work that way and then he would just decide to leave the company and go on to other things and that he could be with his family more then. But nope, it all works out in the end because that's the kind of movie this was. So yeah, just a lot of regular story beats. A lot of the things that happened I figured would happen. Just pretty much predictable stuff, one-note stuff. extremes in personalities. So, you know, from a critical standpoint, it's not that great. But you know what? It's Winnie the Pooh. And Winnie the Pooh was never meant to be looked at critically. It's just a series of children's stories, and a series of very delightful children's stories with very funny dialogue in them. And, you know, nonsensical thinking. And for what it's worth, I think the movie managed to capture a bit of that. It certainly captured it in the art style of the characters, and there's a lot of going between the drawings of that were in the books to help transition parts of the movie, especially at the beginning. And that was actually really lovely to see. So it's not like this is a bad movie or anything. It's just a very predictable movie, and it's what you expect, is what I'm trying to say here. But you know, that's not bad. It just doesn't make it phenomenal. It doesn't make it stand out or make you really think about it afterwards or walk out and go, whoa, that was something else. You know, it was just very simple and very sweet and endearing. But you know what? Because it's Winnie the Pooh, that's all it needed to be. I think if we had something more intense than that, it wouldn't feel quite like the way Winnie the Pooh should. But yeah, I'd say the most charming scenes in this movie, even though it is a very follow paint by numbers movie, the most charming scenes are when the Winnie the Pooh characters are out in the real world, so to speak. They're out in real England and real London and real Sussex, and they're going around and interacting with people. And those are the fun ones because they use their very much Pooh Bear logic on all of the real life stuff. And it's not in a way where they're not being smart, it's just the way that they see the world. So it's very kind of cute and funny to watch them try and figure out how things are. And then to also see the regular people react around them when at first glance they go, oh, that's a stuffed animal. And then they see them move or talk or wink and they go, ugh, what is that? What is that? Kill it! They don't say kill it, but they very much have the burn it with fire eyes, which was really funny to watch. So overall, if you're someone that grew up with Winnie the Pooh stuff, or if you really enjoy the Winnie the Pooh simplicity from the books and from the old Disney stuff, then I think you'll like this. It's pretty much along the same lines as that. And you know, the first Winnie the Pooh movies, they didn't really do anything monumental. They weren't really groundbreaking. They were just short, sweet stories. And this is kind of what the Christopher Robin felt like. It felt like 3 short Winnie the Pooh-esque stories sort of weaved together over time. And you know, that made it fun. It was fun and sweet. And if anything, it at least will make you feel comfy, like you're snuggling up in the middle of winter by a warm fire with a blanket wrapped around you and hot cocoa. That's the kind of sensation this movie gives you throughout the whole movie. Even when it's trying to be emotional, I still get the cozy sweetness out of all of that. So that's the general feeling of this, cozy sweetness. Well, as always, if you like this review, you can go ahead and put a pause up and press that like button. And don't forget to comment and subscribe as well. Let us know what you think we should review next. Because sometimes I'm not quite sure what I want to go see. And when I'm not sure, then I don't go out at all. I just stay home and read a book.
I like books. If only I knew how to read.
Okay. Why are you back again?
I figured that I might as well get my drum that's sitting across from you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. That's not a drum. That's a container. That's a plastic container.
Yeah. Oh, they couldn't afford a real drum for me. Isn't that sad? I don't know how to respond to this other than enjoy what else you're gonna do. If you want to watch more stuff on this channel, we got more stuff. I think
I need to go now and help Gravy get a real drum.
A real drum for me? You would do that?
Oh, well, I'll try.
Oh, how nice. It's nice to imagine a real drum. Let's go and imagine a real drum.
Oh, I guess I know what my evening's gonna be like now. Goodbye, everyone. Gravy, wait, that's the balcony!